Got a serious problem here.
What?
I've been waiting years to do this.
Hey! Fine, still. Hug the wall.
On this episode, we chase some waterfalls, get stuck with some car troubles, and visit the notorious Noland Crossing.
And the tyres come off the bead.
Our day started off by going back on our tracks and heading towards Elliot Falls, which we'd actually gone past the day before. I should also mention we met some friends the night before, Molly and Matt, and they joined us along our adventures as well. Elliot Falls is at the same site as Twin Falls, so of course we had to check both of them out.
We all chose not to swim at Twin Falls as the jump in was pretty scary. However, we all jumped in at Elliot Falls and it was absolutely stunning.
After we finished having a swim, we went back on the track and headed towards Canal Creek, where we needed to do a pretty gnarly exit on the way to Sand Creek.
This exit had 4 different lines and each one proved a challenge, with only one being drivable for most vehicles. Due to staying here the night before, we were able to watch others tackle this obstacle before giving it a go ourselves.
Our trusty plotter was a one and done type of girl. She made it up this with no hassle whatsoever.
Get out first shot.
Next up was Mel and Josh's 79 series.
Max track, Josh.
Unfortunately, the poorly designed 79's leaf springs got in the way again and Josh needed to winch.
And last but not least was Matt and Molly's turn.
Matt gave his 79 a bit more herb, and with 2 attempts and the use of some max tracks, he was able to also reach the top.
Alright, I'm Lil Holly today because Mel's cornrowed my hair. We just passed over Canal Creek, yep, and went up towards Sam Creek. As you would have seen, it was pretty rutted out. However, the gentleman before us took to it with a shovel to make it easier for himself, so that sort of helped the track for everybody else. So a little bit disappointing because I think Kev wanted to go up it without it being shoveled, but that's okay.
He can still drive it without max tracks though. Yeah,
everyone else seemed to need max tracks and Kev didn't, which he was proud of, but you got to do what you got to do to get your own car up, so no hard feelings there. But yeah, on our way to Sam's Creek now. Slow.
After around 15 to 20 minutes of driving, we reached Sam's Creek.
Go that way. Kev, left.
Sam's Creek looked quite easy, but it was quite deep at the start and there was also a big rock to the right, so it proved to be a difficult challenge for the boys.
Right. Go right a bit, Kev. Come straight in.
However, it didn't take too long and all of the boys had made it across. The next obstacle was Cannibal Creek crossing, and to be honest, the footage does not show the steepness of this crossing.
The entrance was fairly rutted out and it put you on quite a gnarly angle, but it was still doable. There was another entrance to this creek, but we opted to do this one.
No, just stay. Straight. Now start turn left. I mean, right a bit. Whatever's your side. Yeah.
Once you reach the bottom of this steep descent, it was a quick drive across the river and onto the other side.
he's going to slip. Oh, the mirror. Straighten up, straighten up.
We eventually made it to the Cypress Creek Bridge.
This bridge is known to be pretty sketchy and is only held together with a few ratchet straps.
This part of the Old Teletrack definitely requires a spotter, as from a driver's perspective it is pretty scary and hard to see where your wheels are.
One wrong move and you could easily slip off the bridge.
That's worth it, she gets an angle too. Yeah. Don't snap that strap.
Go, it's a strap. Don't sit on it or it will snap.
There you go. Go, let. Yeah.
I'm watching the back end.
Stay straight.
We said stay straight and you turn. I can just straight from there.
That stick is cracked.
Keep going.
Innocent bog holes near Nolands. Well, that's what you think. There is a line that goes around these and is just a plain old road, but the boys of course had to stop and have some fun in the water.
Now I got out and checked all of these bog holes with a stick for firmness and decided to take the line on the right hand side as it looked the best. Josh on the other hand decided to take another line, and let's just say this side was soft.
The part that Kev's neglecting to tell you is he did encourage Josh to do this in two-wheel drive, and Josh was very stuck. He wasn't getting out alone, so Kev drove in front of him, we hooked up the winch and tried to pull him out.
After a few failed attempts, Matt decided to drive through the bog hole and we made a snatch train. And this is where it went pear-shaped.
Looking back on this moment, we know we should have been in a straight line, but it was just impossible to pull straight with all of the bog holes around us.
Let's just say I got the wind kicked out of me. I should have paid the extra money for the proper bead locks.
Let's take a closer look.
This is what happened. We told him to pick the right line. You're fucked. He went the left line.
And then it took 3 cars to try and pull him out. And poor Kev gets caught in the middle of all of this. And the tyres come off the bead. Uh-oh.
Should have got real bead locks. Well, it's pretty obvious what's happened here.
Yep, you guessed it. Kev's tyre came off the bead. Luckily, there was plenty of hands, and many hands make light work, so the tyre change was pretty quick and easy.
After we finished mucking around, it was time to head to the notorious Noland Crossing.
Now, Nolan's is known for drowning cars, and it wasn't a nice feeling wondering if your car was going to be the next.
I was first to go through, and even though the car bogged down in a couple of bits, I just made it through.
Next up was Mel and Josh's Heavy 79 series, and even though this also bogged down in a few sections in the middle, she made it through with ease.
Last but not least was Matt and Molly, who also made it through the crossing.
After we all made it safely through the crossing, the boys took the cars to find a campsite, set up for the night, before coming back to the river and watching some more cars pass through and going for a bit of a swim.
It's little Kev here, still got the rows all in a line. We just did Nolan's, and holy shit, it was freaking scary. I sat there, I reckon, for 5 minutes contemplating whether to go through. We both made it. To be honest, it was very scary. Like, it is so deep. It's only up to me belly button, I reckon, in the actual creek itself, but on your car, it's just about the bonnet sort of thing. And obviously, because I backed into a tree, the rear door wasn't sealing very well, so yeah, we're a bit worried about that. Thank you. Got a beer. Passing Nolan's. But yeah, we did it safely. No one got stuck. It started to bog down and it was jerking and in the sand, but yeah, she's alright. We're going to watch other people go now, so it seems to be the thing around here.
Good morning. We stayed here last night at the, what is it called again? The Noland Crossing. And it has just been raining pretty much every day that we've been on the tally track. So bad news is our battery has dropped to, I think 43% it was on when we woke up this morning. And that's the battery that charges the fridge, so everything else is okay. But yeah, we are reluctant to open the fridge because it's on 43%. So Kev's just mucking around, putting the tent away, and then he's going to try and fix the fridge and get it to actually hold some charge, or at least stay running. Because we've got ham for lunches and milk and juice and all of that sort of stuff in there that we don't want to go off. That's fun. That's the first time that it's dropped that low. But yeah, you'd think like right up at the tip that you'd have better sun, but it is just overcast and shit, to be honest. The plan today, I think, is to do a little bit of driving. We wanted to stay here again, but because it's just so shaded and overcast, we probably really need to get driving. We'll see, but at some point we do need to cross the Jardine ferry and head towards Bamaga before going up to our booking at Punsand Bay. on the 28th. Don't know if we can make that any earlier. I'd say they're booked out, but we'll see.
We waved goodbye to Matt and Molly, ready for another day of adventuring.
Righto, so because the weather's been so overcast and spitting, the battery is pretty shithouse at the moment, the third battery. It's on 43% and you're not allowed to let them go under 50% because it's an AGM battery. So that sort of sucks, but it is what it is. Can't really do much about it. We tried charging it off at Josh's car, only got an extra 3% in it, so unfortunately I had to sit there for an hour for it to go up bloody 20 amps or something. We're going to make our way to Bamiga and see if there's any mechanical shops there so I can get some an Anderson plug and some lead, because I reckon I'll just run it straight off my battery up the back, plug it in so that it charges when I'm driving. For some reason the BC-DC is just not working. I haven't had a good look, it's in a shit spot, so it is what it is. As long as I have sun it's good, but we haven't had sun, so it's no good.
As we're heading towards the Jardine, or going down the bypass to the Jardine, I thought I'd film Kev sharing his thoughts of the tele track. What did you think?
Oh, it was bloody amazing. I loved it. I'd happily just come up here. It wasn't so far away. You do it nearly every weekend. It's so fun. Even, I reckon I'll come back and do it on a dirt bike one day, because that just looks even funner. But yeah, it's been a great experience. I absolutely loved it. It was so good. It was, everywhere you went there was just something cool, or even just main bits of road there was just massive flex holes, and you can pick and choose whether you want to do them or not, like those bog holes yesterday when Josh got stuck. Yeah, obviously we chose to do them, but you can go around them, so it's half the fun in it, I guess.
Favourite spot?
Favourite spot, I reckon, yeah, it was Gunshot, just because it was such a big workup, but once you do it, you'd happily do it again. Actually, there's just been heaps of spots, like all the creek crossings pretty much are really good fun.
What's your least favourite, do you think?
Least favourite's probably Noland's. It's pretty fucking scary.
Just in case it...
Just, yeah, it's a lot of money you fucking waste when water goes all through your car, but and there isn't really much there. Like, yeah, you can swim there, but there's no like waterfall or anything. The Sam's Creek, I reckon, that if it's the one I'm thinking of, where it went down real steep and then did that U-E, yeah, that was awesome, because that was just a technical little gunshot bit right before the creek crossing. And
or Mistake Creek, I think.
yeah, Mistake yeah, it might have been Mistake Creek, yeah. But there's heaps of just, it's fucking awesome. You can just do whatever. It's mint.
I think my favourite spot would have had to have been Gunshot as well. I just think the vibe there was just unreal. There was so many people, and I said to Kev before we left, I thought it would have sort of annoyed me to have heaps of people watching, because I thought everyone would put their 2 cents in, like telling Kev how to drive and where to go, but everyone was just so respectful, quiet, encouraging, and everyone was just there to have a good time and watch everyone get through. So I could have stayed there all day watching cars go. That was so much fun. And probably my least favourite was the Cypress Bridge, or like the crossing. I just feel like so many people have like posted photos about it and put up a big rap about it, and it was just such a small section of the track. It's over in 2 seconds. Yeah, it's a little bit technical and like scary, because if like the bridge breaks or a wheel comes off, then you're gone. But yeah, I just felt like all of the hype was just not as good as the other spots like Palm Creek and Gunshot, and even Noland's. I really enjoyed swinging off the rope swing yesterday and meeting some people, including some trendsetters. We had a fire with them last night, didn't we?
They were funny.
So
that's another thing though, the people here, like, because you're doing this track and everyone moves at the same pace, once you move to one obstacle, you finish that, you get to the next one, you back up with those people again, you're both waiting to do it, or you're both helping each other do it, and you just make friends, I guess. It's such a good experience. I like it.
Yeah, and we were able, there was a crew that was going through 4x4 Brothers at the same time that we were doing it. I'm sure they have YouTube or something, so you can check them out. And there was also another guy, his name was Fabian, and he was, I forget, it was something Adventures, I'll have to pop it on the screen. But he was also travelling with the 4x4 Brothers, and they had a convoy of like, what was it, like
cars.
6 or 9, you reckon? There's a fair few cars, so we got to watch them all come through Noland's and everything, which was super exciting, just to watch like that many cars come through and pick a different line, and there was a few recoveries that had to happen, so it was interesting to watch. So yeah, until next time, hey?
Yeah.
Off to the ferry.
We finally made it to the Jardine ferry where we crossed over and made our way to Punsand Bay.
The trip to Punsand Bay wouldn't be complete without stopping at the croc tent just to have a look at how many souvenirs there are here. We all decided to go out for dinner at Punsand Bay, which was a nice change as it gave us a break from cooking. Good morning, we've made it to the tip. We are going to begin our walk to the wonderful sign.
Mel took my cornrows out.
Now she looks like
Now I look like the girl off Brave.
Yeah. How good is this view? We opted for the beach walk in and then we're going to take the rock walk out, aren't we, Josh?
After a bit,
No workers.
Someone's shot the sign.
Thanks. Yeah, we'll take one Mel and
Where are we?
At the tip.
Where are we, Josh?
Oh, we made it to the tip.
Made it!
A lot of four-wheel driving. The drive in was actually really nice. Not too hard. Lots of bog holes. It's good to be here. It's quite windy, but it's nice because it's so sticky. Yeah, that's what I was asking. Is it like a shipwreck or something? I don't know. Absolutely beautiful. It's a nice pizza board.
Tokyo.
It's a fair hike up here. If it wasn't for that wind, this would be unbearable. It's that sticky.